Hello, everyone. Welcome back. My name is Dena Felice, known as Dena_Closet on IG.
And I'm Donna, Donna D on Instagram.
And you already know who it is. It's your girl, Deanna, also known as the Real Brick House Body on Instagram.
And we
are
Triple
D's. Welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, we welcome you here. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell.
Okay.
All right.
Now that we got that out the way. Ooh, Lord.
What you got for us, Dena?
My quarantine nails are coming off as we talk. Anyways. Okay. So we have a lot that's been happening this whole year, basically, and especially with the police brutality situation that's going on.
2 thumbs down.
Right? It's been crazy. It's taken me back, making me think of Emmett Till. You know,
Yes.
what started, right. One of the catalysts that started the civil rights movement. I posted something about it on June 19th, and to make sure people don't forget, because this is happening right in front of our face.
Till this day.
Right. Every day. It's happening every day, and it's doing nothing but getting worse.
Right. Lynchings.
Right. And since when do black people hang themselves? Okay. Well, since when do black people even commit suicide? Like,
that's what they're trying to make it look like.
Who hangs their own? Have you ever heard of someone say, "I'm gonna commit suicide," and they hang themselves?
Right.
I've never once heard of that happening. That's just crazy.
We know what it is. It's either the police, and I'm gonna go ahead and say it, or it's some racist civilians out there trying to, do whatever, because they're upset that basically the whole world has come together, and you have these few racist people that want to make a statement, or as I say, they want to start a racial war.
Yeah, I agree.
And I feel like we really need to protect ourselves for real. Like shooting range, learning how to shoot a gun, stuff like that. Stuff we never thought about. Dena, you did it the other day.
I sure did. You know what? Look, I was sore for a couple of days after because the shotgun's heavy, but I feel like we all need to go feel the gun, know how to protect yourself, because how accidents happens when you don't know how to properly protect yourself and to properly use it.
How to handle it.
Let me tell you something. You come to my house and to my property with my family. The only reason I'm taking it out, best believe if I gotta take it out, you getting shot. No questions about it. Right. You don't play that over here.
Right. Yeah.
And I feel like everybody needs to know how to protect themselves with it.
Okay, so Rayshard Brooks.
Brooks. Let's get into this Rayshard Brooks situation. On June 12th, the evening of June 12th, there was a call to the police that a man had fell asleep. And I believe it was the Wendy's drive-thru.
Yes.
Right. And the officers were called. Some back and forth happened, and he ended up getting killed by the police.
Murdered
by the police.
Right.
That officer, let me look at his name. I think the officer's name is Garrett Rolfe.
Yes.
Okay. He was fired.
Yes.
He was fired.
And now he's in jail.
Participating officer was David Bronson, and he was put on administrative duty.
Okay, but yeah, we'll get to that. But the Garrett Rolfe, he's been arrested. He's been arrested and charged with, I believe, 11 counts. He's been charged with felony murder as well as 10 other charges.
Well deserved.
He's not only fired, but his behind is in jail, as where he should be, rightfully so. And his partner, what now?
What did I say? His partner, David Bronson. They said they put him on administrative duty, which I don't think that's a adequate punishment.
Well, we never know what can happen. Things change. He could get charged as well. Oh no, didn't he get charged? He got charged. He got charged, and he posted bail like 2 snaps in a pop, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that's right. Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I read that he was put on. Okay, maybe that was a earlier report that I had, but that's good because I thought administrative duty was like that ain't no.
That's a desk job, I think.
That's a desk job. That's relaxing at work.
Yeah. Anyway, Rayshard, bless his heart, and God bless his family. Another soldier, gone, senseless murder by the police, who, in my opinion, need to be defunded, but we'll get into that. He leaves behind 4 children. 4 children.
Mm-hmm.
And not only did he get murdered senselessly, but it was his daughter's birthday.
Wow.
So this has just gone from bad to worse. This little baby is not going to be able to enjoy her birthday. She's going to miss her father and not enjoy her birthday for the rest of her life. I know I wouldn't. I would feel funny because I'm constantly reminded this is the day my dad was murdered.
Yeah.
Horrible.
It's heartbreaking. And I'm just tired of it. At this point, I say we need to do it and do it right, but we need to go full force. We need to change some laws, like I said, defunding the police and things of that nature. But for them or this roof guy to shoot him in the back while he's running away, first of all, he's not even threatening you. Yes, he did shoot the taser because he took the taser. If anyone has seen the tape, he took a taser. He was drunk. He was scared. No excuse, but I don't think it was a cause for murder. You shot the man in the back as he was running away. You could have shot him in his legs. Okay, you could have called the helicopters. Where is he going? He won't go far. You could have done. They're trained in so many other ways to detain, stop, apprehend a criminal. Okay, but to go for death when you're not even threatened is, to me, it just shows the truth. 2020, like I said, we're seeing it all very, 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 very clearly. Okay, it's all coming to the light. All of these racist people that are amongst us are being brought to the forefront because they're either being ignorant at the protest, peaceful protest, saying all lives matter, we did that and all this so crazy mess, instead of letting the protesters protest to try to bring change. They want to come and bring havoc, and it's very, very sad, but I do believe that the good outweighs the bad, and we're going to win. We're going to get through this.
Yeah, and I saw an interview months before his untimely death, and it seems like he's had some troubles, but he really was trying to make an effort and change his life. He seemed to be very positive, and he wanted change. No one is perfect.
Yeah.
No one is perfect. He is a human being. He made mistakes. But you saw that. I saw that. Like, he kept talking about, I want to do better, and it's just so sad that because he was drunk, he lost his life.
And trying to sleep it off, mind you. He was smart enough he's smart enough to know I can't drive any further. Let me just pull over here real quick.
Yes. But it's crazy because when you look at the video, he was out speaking with the police for like 40 minutes before all of this happened.
Cool, collected, very respectful.
Yes, respectful. And remember, they even asked him to move his car. Now, if you're an officer and you think somebody is intoxicated, you're not going to tell them to park their car.
Right.
So that 40 minutes, and you could see, he was just like, basically, my sister live over there. He could have walked.
He asked, can walk?
Anytime. I mean, sometimes the wrong people are in law enforcement. The wrong people. I think those white cops, they're scared of black men. They're scared of them. So if and racist and scared. Wrong people are in those positions. Period.
I think it's a combination of being scared and or wanting to maintain that control and to keep certain individuals inferior and keep them superior. They want to be the ones in charge, and that's the problem. And that's the problem. That's what happened with slavery, because they wanted to control us. And you can't make people feel like they're less than. We're all human beings. We all bleed the same. We're different, but we're all human, which makes us the same. So I don't understand, this need to feel like you have to have control of a race. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Right, I understand.
There needs to be a serious, clean sweep in the law enforcement.
Yeah.
They need to do some serious cleaning up.
Exactly.
Because what I know, when you get in law enforcement, you have extensive background checks with your family, with your neighbors. You're supposed to be an honorable citizen, an honorable person. They don't even want you to lie about what time you went to the bathroom. Right. If they find out that's a reason for them not to hire you.
Right. Dena, that's a good point. I don't understand it because I experienced that.
Right.
I had to go through that whole thing, and it was crazy. And then I don't see how these people they take polygraphs, they do everything.
Right.
They need to be drug tested.
And if the neighbors are not cooperating, you might not even get that shot. They want to make sure they hear from those neighbors to see your character. If you're a problem neighbor, they want to know everything. So I don't understand how this could happen. I mean, it's been happening.
Because the higher ups, they're racist too. The
government is
it's just that's how it's happening. That's how they're getting into these positions. But with all that being said, I feel terrible for Rayshard Brooks and his family and his kids.
All of the soldiers we lost. Go ahead, Dena. It's more than Rayshard. It's a domino effect. They hanging. After Rayshard, they got the nerve to hang people. People hanging all of a sudden. So it's just who knows what's going to happen next? Like, what cop is going to kill another black person in what state and jurisdiction? It's bound to happen because it's a trend now, it seems. And I'm sick.
What got me about this hanging, this lynching, that happened, if I'm not mistaken, in Palmdale, right?
I think 2 in California, yes. And then there were several people. It wasn't just one.
Okay, the one I'm thinking about was Palmdale, which is about maybe 2 hours away from where we are. Mm-hmm. Not quite 2 hours, almost. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I'm just shocked. I shouldn't be shocked, but now it's coming out to the forefront because I know the people that live in the deep south, in southern states. Like my aunt lives in Atlanta, and a lot of things that happen in backwoods in the deep south, they don't get documented. This is what's happening.
Mm-hmm. Modern day lynching. With the police doing what they're doing, and now you have actual people hanging from trees. I was dumbfounded. Like the first one, I was like, oh hell no, and then it was true, and then it was like 2 or 3 or 4 more. Really?
Suicide.
Yeah. Okay. Black people don't do that generally, and if we did, we would do it a different way, guaranteed. Okay, like take a pill or something. Okay, we're not about to shoot ourselves. That's rare. But the hanging, definitely. That's a 0. That's a no. Several at one time. Like, come on. Come on. You're insulting our intelligence.
They need to start, and I think example needs to be made with these officers. And I just saw a video. as a matter of fact, this morning, one of the officers in the George Floyd that made bail.
Yes. Tell. I seen it too.
You seen it too. Which one is he, Deanna? I forget his name.
I forget too, but he looks Puerto Rican, half black.
Yeah, the Puerto Rican, the one that kind of looked like he mixed with something. He made bail and was shopping at Walmart getting cookies, and somebody noticed him. And she told him, like, straight out how everybody feel, like, oh, so you out here shopping comfortably? Like, you didn't just murder somebody?
George Floyd.
You didn't just murder this man, so you just out here.
Yeah, I seen him with his Oreos in his hand and stuff like that. She blasted him. I said, yes, sis. She said, really? She told the whole story. She kept asking him, like, you really just gonna be out here shopping? Like, you just did not kill this man. You need to be in jail. You will be going back to jail. And I am putting you on the internet. She gave it to him. I felt every minute of it.
Yep. I felt the same way.
The nerve, the gall, and the audacity.
Look at you, lost your whole career because you being stupid, being dumb. But anyways, with all that being said, rest in peace to all these wonderful men that lost their lives. So sorry this is happening. Men and women that lost their lives. This is a terrible it's a terrible time. It's almost kind of a blessing because I could see some change happening.
That's the only silver lining.
There's some strides that's happening that hasn't been happening in years, and
that needs to happen. We need change. We need change.
So that's the silver lining, like you said, in it. But what is happening, Deanna, with the entertainment news that's going on?
Okay, so it's related to Rayshard Brooks. Tyler Perry, he stepped up again because I do believe that he did something similar for George Floyd's family and his daughter. But he stepped up and paid for Rayshard Brooks' funeral and college fund for his 4 children. Now, bless his heart and bless all of these babies. You know what I'm saying? We need our celebrities to do just this. People with money, even those that don't, we need to donate and vote and do that stuff too. But people with money, I'm blessed and happy to see our people coming up and doing what's right and stepping forward and doing stuff like this. Rayshard, I'm sure his family can afford a funeral, probably not a nice one, or nor college fund because he didn't live long enough to be able to save up for that sort of stuff. You know? So.
And he was a young man, only 27.
I know. And so as we all know, this case made national headlines with several other celebrities speaking out like Jamie Foxx, Billie Eilish, Kim Kardashian, Justin Timberlake, who also posted a picture of Rayshard while holding one of his daughters. So you've mentioned Garrett Wolf. I'm sorry, I don't know what's going on with his eyelash. I put them on real quick, y'all. Excuse me, they sticking. Anyway, Rayshard Rolfe, the officer who, shot Rayshard Brooks, like I said earlier, he was charged with felony murder and 10 other counts. Now, my question is, and I think I will get to it a little bit later, but how can we help? What can we do as a people, as, a unit to help bring about change? Because change is definitely coming, change is definitely needed, and it's going to take all of us. So basically that's it for that. That's all that I have for entertainment news. I did have a little bit more to say, but I think I'll wait for the end.
What we often do.
Kudos to Tyler Perry and any other celebrity out there putting themselves on the forefront, using their name and their platforms for betterment of this BLM, Black Lives Matter movement, so that we can bring about change. Because once Black Lives Matter, then we can say all lives matter. Because I agree with that. But that's not where we are right now. That's not what we're talking about. So I'm gonna give it to you, Dena.
Yeah, I believe how we all can help is we all have to start being vocal about
We're
it.
gonna do that now.
Exactly.
Yeah, but
We
look,
need
this is
to
what
do
I
it.
feel like with being vocal though. We all have to speak our piece on it, but anyone who is silent, to me, that means you are on the opposing side, and I don't care. I'll delete you.
Right.
I don't want you on my friends list. I don't care if it offends you, because right is right and wrong is wrong. If you're not talking, and that's how I feel about the celebrities. That's why kudos to, like you said, to Tyler Perry and Justin Timberlake and all the celebrities who's not. They have millions of fans, and of course, some fans are gonna get pissed off, but they don't care because they know right is right and wrong is wrong.
Right.
Racism is a negative, and it's not going to be tolerated any longer.
Right. It's not. We all, at the end of the day, we all need to love on each other. We need to vote.
No,
Dena,
I mean I think we all are in agreement about having to speak up and be vocal about um,
Right.
the situations that are at hand right now. So at that point, we're good. But Donna, I know you got some questions from our viewers.
Yes, I do. It's the Donna review choice question. I have a question. One of our subscribers, needed some advice. So I'm going to kind of paraphrase it because it's kind of long, but here we go. Okay, I've been dating my boyfriend, my fiance. She said my boyfriend is my fiance for 2 years. We're about to get married in a few months. Now, I want to go to counseling, but my fiance is refusing, and it's bothering me because when we first started dating, we talked about it and he agreed to go to counseling. Now that we are about to tie the knot in 3 months, he's not wanting to go. Now, the question would be, should I fall back? Is it a deal breaker? What kind of advice can you give us, ladies?
what kind of counseling is she trying to get? Just general premarital counseling?
Pre-marriage counseling. Now,
Premarital.
yes, premarital. In the beginning, he agreed to it. Now that it's getting close, he doesn't want to.
Well, that would be a raise. That would cause concern only because he agreed initially, and now he's not agreeing. So you would want to know what's changed between then and now, and then why. I mean, I don't know if she's mentioned that, but that if I were her, that's where I would start. I would ask him,
Right.
what happened?
Right. I think that could be a big problem because counseling is very imperative. I think because you don't want to bring baggage.
So you're saying counseling is needed before any
before
marriage.
marriage, and then if you're going through some problems in your marriage, if your marriage is failing, you need counseling as well. But
Well,
I think
how come you can't? Because I mean, maybe that's why my marriage didn't work. But I didn't get counseling prior to. I was open to it during the marriage when the situations or issues arose. But then he wasn't necessarily ready for it or didn't want to do it. So, but it wasn't something we spoke about ahead of time, and maybe that can make or break a relationship.
right. But I think, viewer, you need to push that counseling, because it could be some deep rooted issues. You know what I'm saying? It could go far as childhood. You know what I'm saying? That needs someone that's biased to talk about it. That don't know you. I think that's very important. If he doesn't want to do it, that would be a huge red flag for me. So I think you should really, really push it. If not, I will fall back. What you think?
I I'm in agreement because it sounds like to me he was saying, yes, because that's what he thought she wanted to hear. And then the closer it gets to their wedding, um, he's switching up. Maybe he doesn't want something to come out that he may be hiding from her before they join in union. So it could be many things, but I really think that's something she really needs to take a look at because that would be a concern to me. And I haven't been married yet, but I do think premarital counseling is
a good idea.
It can help. I see people do it with their pastor.
Let me ask you, do you know of, you've never been married, but maybe you know of someone that has done premarital counseling and it still didn't work?
I gotta think.
Donna?
Well, me, when I was married, I went to counseling during the middle of my marriage.
Did you have premarital?
Not before. So I'm telling the viewer to basically push it, because that's very important. You guys have to be on the same page.
My question is, do you know of anyone that had premarital counseling and the marriage still didn't work?
Yes.
I don't know anyone that had
I know several
counseling.
Okay. So with that being said, my only concern isn't, he doesn't want to do the premarital counseling, I'm not going to get married. It is that he once said he did, they talked about it, they were in agreement, and now all of a sudden he's changed his mind. There needs to be an explanation, and it better be good. So that's my advice. I won't say don't marry him because he doesn't want to do the premarital counseling. I'm saying listen to why he's all of a sudden changed his mind. And do look at that red flag though, because he said yes and then now he's saying no. And so now you want to know why. Why you changed your mind?
Did he give her a reason why he didn't want to do the premarital counseling? That's the question. I agree with you, Deanna.
What happened? We just talked about it. That's the problem.
Don't switch up all of a sudden.
What the hell just happened? Right. But good luck with that.
I hope you take heed to some of the advice and just ask the question. I don't think it's a deal breaker. But like Deanna said, it better be a good reason why you done switched up on me after you done already told me you was okay with it.
Yeah.
So that's that.
Because hey, he could do that throughout the whole marriage. Tell you one thing, be like, you know what? I give you no reason why he's wishy-washy. I mean, I know women are indecisive, but men, I don't expect that from.
Right. So, I do. They switch up everything all the time.
So, viewer, I hope that
Dena, I didn't hear what you had going on.
Oh yeah. So this is our segment that's called Dena's Favorite Vibes.
Oh, shoot, girl, come on, give it to us. What's the vibe for the day? What's the vibe?
So this is the part of the show where I tell you, our viewers, what I'm into, what I think you guys will like, and what my vibes are. It could be an artist, it could be a show, it could be a new book, it could be something that I'm into that I'm giving a review to you. So sit back and enjoy, because maybe my vibe could be yours too.
Okay.
So
let's vibe together. Let's
vibe together. So one of my favorite vibes right now is this book I'm reading. I have the paperback that I got a few years ago, but now I like listening to Audible. Shout out to Audible. We're not sponsored by them. Hopefully soon. Give y'all a plug. But Audible, and it's called A Piece of Cake.
Okay.
Written by Cupcake Brown. I follow her on Facebook. On Facebook, but it's an inspirational story. Whenever you feeling kind of like low and your energy's kind of low, I always pick up this book, because this woman came from nothing, like literally a prostitute at 10 years old.
Yeah.
Wow.
Got raped and beaten up in foster care at 8. This all type of terrible things. Was a gang member. It's almost like what's the movie with Precious with Gabby Sidibe?
I forget the name of Oprah's movie, right? Yeah, Rayshard.
It's a true story. It's a true story, but it's kind of maybe 5 times worse than Precious.
Wow.
But the silver lining in this beautiful story is she didn't know how to read. She dropped out of school. She ended up becoming a lawyer.
What? Go on, girl.
In her older, in her late 20s, early 30s, she went back to school, and she had to start all the way from the bottom, like learning 1 + 1, 2 + 2.
Wow.
Okay.
In her late 20s and 30s?
Yes, in her late 20s and 30s.
Wow.
And I always want to see a movie written about her life, and then she just said on Facebook that they're working on one, and I feel so happy about it because when I read this book years ago, I was so inspired by it. So my vibe right now is a book called A Piece of Cake. Order it, get it on Audible, listen to it while you're driving. I promise you it's going to inspire you, it's going to lift you up, and it's going to make you want to get up and do your thing. Get your day started, because everything happens for a reason. But when you got God on your side, everything will work out.
Absolutely. Now, not that this matters, is she a woman of color?
Yes, Cupcake. Her real name is Cupcake Brown. She is a woman. She's a brown skin woman.
Wonderful.
I think she has a beautiful spirit, a hard life indeed, but she has came out on top and made a great life for herself.
Persevered.
Wow, I love it.
You should never give up on your life. So that is Dena's favorite vibes. So
all right, to leave the show, we wanted to quickly discuss things we can do to help alleviate, to demolish this discrimination that we have going on in this world right now. Okay, so I say we start with us.
Mm-hmm.
Us. We need to treat ourselves better, okay? We need to stop fighting one another, okay? We cannot expect other races to have respect for us when we don't respect ourselves. Black on black, brown on brown crime and all that needs to end. It's a wrap.com. It's time to start, like Donna said previously, loving one another, okay? We've got to start looking out for one another. So it starts with us. Number 2, we need to definitely stop the looting and the burning. I hope that is stopped. I just hope it stops. I'll leave it there. We need to boycott, okay? We need to stop spending our money where, because money is power, okay? Money is power. We need to stop feeding the machines that hate us.
Right.
Absolutely.
That's what we need to do.
I agree.
We need ownership. So we stop spending money with, the people that hate us. We need ownership. We need to start owning our own businesses. We need to start spending with our own businesses, buying black, because we got a lot of black businesses out there, and that's another great thing that's coming out of this movement. I do believe that a lot of us are now starting to support black businesses. Okay, all right. We need to vote, defund the police. We need to sign petitions. We need to donate. All right. What else I got here? We need to continue to help this BLM movement. We need to help reform the criminal justice system. Yes. And if you want to do that, you can go to reformalliance.com. Again, that's reformalliance.com. We need educated speakers. Right? We need y'all to step up so that we can do this right. We don't need to do this in a violent way. We've got the world's attention now. We need to get educated speakers to speak on our behalf, okay, so that we can get some real changing going on here. We need to heal. After all this, our children and a lot of our adults, they're gonna need some counseling. Yeah. Okay, we're getting all messed up. These children, we're all scared of the police, and we're being traumatized, and it's horrific to watch our young children so afraid of the ones that are supposed to be protecting and serving. The police, the whole police department shouldn't be looked upon that way. But unfortunately, with all the bad apples that we have, on the forces, we have no choice. So we defund, we need to weed out all the bad and bring in the good ones, okay? And we need to do this ASAP. Y'all have any suggestions on what we can do to help?
Everything you just said, I think you covered all the bases.
All of it.
Okay, well, that's why I wanted to save it for last, so I could put it on the viewers' minds. That is the meat and potatoes of this show. We want to bring about change and awareness. We love y'all for watching. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, don't hesitate to leave them in the comments. It's your girl, Donna, also known as the Real Brick House Body on Insta.
And I'm Donna, the real Donna D on Instagram. And
my name is Dena Felice, Dena's_closet on IG. And we are
the
Triple Z's. And we love y'all.
Bye,
Make sure
guys.
you like, subscribe, comment, and don't forget to hit that notification bell. We'll see y'all next time.
Bye.